don't forget Money Talks, Black Women in Money Management, and Black Women in Money Management and Business. It's actually the other way around. Money Talks, Black Women in Business and Money Management is on the 13th of May. It's hosted by my organisation, FWOC for Women of Colour. I've got links down below to all the tickets, the guest speakers who are going to be there, the host who's going to be presenting the event, stalls, everything is down there in the description box. Make sure you get your tickets. Come and network, come and have friends, come alone, come with someone, come and meet new people, come and see what other black owned businesses are out there, come and understand how to manage your finances, whether it be just trying to get out of debt and understanding your daily finances, understanding stuff like profit versus purpose, what you should do and what you should not do when starting a business, dating when you're trying to get into self-employment or just trying to work for yourself, just having an all-round girly chit-chat about money management and business with women who look just like you. This is my failed chronicles of a sugar baby video. Now, a lot of people are either being exposed as escorts, or a lot of girls are getting into escorting or being sugar babies or prostituting or whatever you want to call it. A lot of girls are doing it. I think Vice had a little mini documentary. They do them all the time on their Snapchat channel, on their Snapchat story. And I think a couple of weeks ago they had a story about a girl who was a sugar baby, and she said that it's like any other relationship, you have to give in order to get. So she gives her time, her energy, she gives him her looks, but she also gives her body, so it's an exchange. And in him, he pays for like her school fees, luxuries, food, clothes, bags, all of that stuff. So it's an exchange. And I feel like so many girls are really intrigued into it, or how it works, or how it happens, and no one's really giving them the full story. Girls are just stunting on Instagram with like, all these are really nice designer things, and some of them are fake, some of them are real, some of them have been earned through a legit job, some of them have been earned through other avenues which may not be legit. And I don't know what's wrong with my voice today, sorry. Some girls are sugar babies, or they're escorting, whether it means that they're selling themselves, as in their bodies, or they're selling just their time. I don't know. But sex in exchange for goods, money, material goods, I think is one of the oldest. Can you call it a career or an industry? The sex industry is one of the oldest industries ever. Like, women have been doing it for ages, but it's always been so underground. But I think with this whole influx of social media and people always wanting to be in people's business, I feel like it's out there a lot more than what it should be. And when you're really, really young and you see girls with these things and you want to attain these things, and it's being shoved down your throat, that like in stuff like Love and Hip Hop with that whole, what's her name? Mariah. She got some next version of like Mariah, whatever her name is, the little blonde haired one. The fact that she's that, like, no, that was my failed American accent, like my failed attempt at imitating her. But it's just like, you're now proud to be having sex with a married teaching, because these young girls, I always say reality TV is just entertainment, but these young girls are so impressionable. But anyway, this is my story. It's going to be a really quick story time. So I must have been about 17, or I was turning 8. I was either turning 18 or I was 18. It was just before uni. And I'd started hearing about sugar daddies and sugar babies and how they would pay for people's stuff and buying them stuff. And my friend told me about a boy who was a sugar baby for some politicians, and he used to get money. Like, he used to get money. He was young. I wanted the new shape white Fiesta. What year was that? 2009? No, 2011. That Fiesta that came out that year, I wanted it in white. So I didn't even have a driving license, but I wanted that car so badly. And a never 4mm bag. That bag was, no, like, I wanted that bag so badly. Those are the only two things on my mind. I didn't care about him paying my bills, didn't care about nothing. I had a little retail job, like part-time job on the side. And I was just like, yeah, I can just use that for change. But as long as he buys my car and my bag, I'm set for life. Like, I'm set. I'm gonna go to uni. I can stunt in my car even though I don't know how to drive. That's all good. So I was really intrigued by this. So I went on Google in search of a sugar daddy. Now, I Googled everything you could find, absolutely everything. Now, this was before the era of like social media being as big as what it is now. So you couldn't just go on Twitter and type in like sugar daddy or sugar baby or pay pig or whatever it is that you could type in now and find stuff. So I must have been on BB pins. Now BB pins was from the era of like profile pic. What else was around in that era? MySpace, kind of the transition before Twitter and Facebook became the thing. Now profile pic was just a nasty ass. It was like Tinder. Profile pic and BB pins were like Tinder before their time. You just didn't have the option of swiping left and right. You would talk to people. It was like a social networking site, but 9 times out of 10 people were there for sex, and I was just like, I don't want to have sex with you. I'm just here to basically chill like you do on Twitter. So BB pins, I must have changed my status to looking for a sugar daddy or something along those lines. Anyway, some guy by the name of Sugar Daddy something, I can't remember what the exact name was, got in contact with me. And he was like, are you really looking for a sugar daddy? And I was like, yeah. And he was like, I'm looking for a sugar baby. And I was like, okay, like, you sure you're looking for a sugar daddy? So I said, yeah. So we exchanged pins and we started talking, just general conversation, general chit chat over a few days. And then he told me that he lived outside of London, but he had to stay in London during the week for work. And then he had to go to his parents' house in London, because his parents had a house outside London, but the house was getting renovated in London. He had to be down there to see the exchanges. He had to be down there to see the work that was being done. So he told me that I should go meet him at his parents' house. So I was like, oh, okay, where is it? I'll get train. He was like, oh, don't worry about transport, pay for your cab. So I was thinking, we're getting that 5-star treatment from the beginning. There was no Uber those times. Like, there was no Uber. So he would have had to pay for my cab the old school way, like by card or cash, basically. So I was thinking, oh, okay, that's cute. But it was kind of far. Like, it was London, but it was like the outskirts. Like, where was it? I don't remember. It was literally just on the verge of like being outside London. But I was like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. Like, I'll be there. And then we started talking, and then he was like, oh, what is it that you want? And I just started hinting that I want this bag, and I want this, I want that. He was like, yeah, look, whatever you want is no problem. I've had sugar babies in the past, but it hasn't always worked out. And I was just thinking, how can it not work out? Like, all you have to do is just give the girl the money, and the girl's just nice to you. Like, I didn't know that there was anything more to being a sugar baby. So we keep talking now, and then eventually he was like, oh, I know what I want you to do for me. And I was like, okay, like, you know, I'm down for anything. Run a few errands for you, go and get stuff for you. Like, it's fine, I can do it. Then he sent me some paragraph. Like, he started asking me how comfortable I was doing things, and like, he meant sexual things. And at the time I was just thinking, bruh, like, we just lost our virginity out here, but whatever. So then he sent me some paragraph, how he wants me to dress up in this thing, and he wants me to tie him to the bed, and he wants me to tear him apart. Now, when he said tear him apart, I was confused. And the most cleanest, politest way I can put it is, he wanted me to insert a silicone object which can be bought from Summers or any other sex shop, retailer, in his derriere. That's the cleanest way I can put it. Now, at the age of 17, the freakiest thing, or like the most nastiest, or like most extravagant thing I've done sexually was doing it from behind. Like, literally getting, can I say getting doggied on this channel? Whatever you want to call it, yeah, was like the most freakiest thing I've done. So imagine a big man, like he must have been 30 something, telling me he wanted me to tie him to a bed and do that to him. I was so scared. I have never blocked and deleted anybody so fast in my whole entire life. I was so scared. And then I just thought, wow, like, I literally just thought it was, okay, hi, you're a rich man, I'm a nice girl, give me the keys to my car, I'm a bag, and we can be mates. Hasta luego. Like, literally, that's what I thought it was. But evidently, being a sugar baby, there's a lot more to it. But yeah, I told you guys it would be a really quick story time. I mean, if you do it, then kudos to you, girl, because that is a serious hustle that I don't think I could do it. But just the money that people make is mad. And if you enjoy doing it, whether it just be spending time with people or having sex with people, then that's all for you. More power to you for doing it. But for now, I'll stick to working 37.5 hours and stick to my side hustle. But other than that, I'm just I don't think I couldn't. We'll see you guys in my next video. Please subscribe, make sure you hit the bell for notifications, because I'm going to try and post once weekly. And yeah, I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.